Hey, today we messed up a Can-Am.
Oh, what we got going on today, Jared?
Well,
Sorry, I'm trying to get you out of the sun here. Oh, man.
got old Garrett here. He decided time for smoke rays. Got him Polaris dip he's gonna put in here.
Ain't no Polaris dip. Ain't no Polaris dip.
Maybe he can keep up a little bit better.
Yeah, I think the torque locker is definitely something this machine needed. And we're going to see how this thing goes. You know, there's going to be a little bit of work getting in there. Looks like these boys already got the tires off and everything, got it up on the jack stands. They make from Harbor Freight, are they?
No, those are good ones.
Okay, just double checking before I stick my hand in there, you know?
I'm sitting now.
Yeah. But you're going to take shocks off, and I think the hard part probably pulling the axles out. That's always a pain in the butt.
I think it's gonna be a good upgrade for the machine though. I mean, cause in the last videos you'll see his tires just not locking in good.
Yeah, something's wrong with the Visco. I'm not sure. Last work ride we went on, it started squealing and just making a horrible noise, and so it's time to jerk her out and see what's wrong and do a few upgrades.
Nothing wrong jerking on it a little bit. All right, let's go to maybe a hyperlapse mode or some kind of time lapse and see how this thing turns out. Yeah, it's in the back of the truck there.
I never used it.
That's probably it.
All right, boys. This is probably one of the harder parts of this bit thing. That is pulling the axle out. I mean, it's always a nightmare for anybody pulling these things out. We're gonna try just the regular.
Just give it the old yank.
Yeah.
It never usually happens that way with the old yank.
Yeah, it's normally extremely hard.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Jared, you want to give her a few good tugs there? Oh, look at that. Easy peasy.
You just had to be a man.
It always looks easy like that on camera, but you get to doing this stuff by yourself, you'll be pulling that thing for 10 minutes. You're like, this thing ain't coming out of here.
I had it.
Let's
I
cut it
wish
out.
for you.
He actually had them all the way out. Sometimes it can be a real pain, but
Yeah.
if you spray a little bit of penetrating oil down in it first, let it soak just a little bit.
Did we spray penetrating oil in it this time?
And you know what else helps?
I don't think they did.
When you have a new machine, you know what you're doing.
It can be a hard job though, for real.
Yeah.
Thank you, Garrett, for having a 2020.
Now, if you boys don't know that little castle nut right here, the cotter pin there, that is a 30mm bolt, and if you don't have an impact, it's extremely hard to get that thing off. So it's a good thing he's got a nice little Milwaukee fuel setup here. Some things are bad. Hey,
Beast.
yeah, I broke a 30mm Harbor Freight wrench, the Pittsburgh one. Of course, it's Harbor Freight, but I still broke it without a cheater bar, trying to get one of them undone. All right, let's go back to time lapse.
Ready? Oh,
Yeah.
One size and that's are both of those.
These are 12mm.
12mm bolts, 6 of them. Don't look bad at all.
Nope.
Maybe a little screwdriver to pry it apart.
Maybe somewhere.
We'll probably get a little leverage right here if you want. That one bar you had probably worked perfectly for it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there we
because
go.
I'm probably getting ready to break
Pry
a
on the other
screwdriver.
side. Pry on the other side now. There we go.
Just come
Drew's
here.
got
Give it a
it.
little twist.
Drew's got it.
There we go. Ta-da!
Let's look inside here. I don't see anything crazy going on. That's always a good sign.
No metal shavings, no pieces of gear. Nothing's.
Out of the ordinary so far.
It's a little scarred. I think you just flip it over and it'll. Oh god! I lost the camera. I lost the GoPro. There you go. Yeah, that's not.
Just a little scratch.
Just fine. Right here is where you look for damage.
No, I think those looked.
And
They're not-
they don't look wore or
Yeah,
anything.
you don't have big chips out of them. That's a good sign.
That right
Still got
there
all the
looks a
bearings
little.
down there.
No, you're fine.
It's fine. Just
I think I'm back up just a bit.
Yeah, no, I thought those were cracks, but they're not.
No, it looks bad. Trust me. Mine always looked like that, and I was like, eh.
Jerry's like,
Send
put
it.
it in the part where it's going to send this thing. Actually, you ordered a whole new diff, didn't you, for yours?
Yeah, the video never made it because it was so long.
Yeah, me and Jared orders a daggone bill or like a Super ATV diff on like a Tuesday. We're supposed to be going riding on a Friday. Gets in like a Thursday night. I'm like, dude, I can't make it up there.
Put it together, put 4 axles in the belt. It's a big job. I got most of the footage. It might come out one day.
I don't know. I don't know where it went. It's lost in the
It's on my-
cloud somewhere.
It's on my cell phone somewhere.
It's lost in the cloud somewhere. Whoa. Oh, there we
I
go.
think I have all besides the clothes.
What we do now? We take this thing right here apart.
Yeah, just separate the ring gear from everything else. I don't know if this impact's going to have access to
I
do
got
it,
faith
but
in you.
we're going to figure it out.
You need to go get the DeWalt?
Let's just have a battle. Let's just hook them
I've-
together right now and just.
I don't know. I've
I
seen
didn't pay
those.
for mine, so.
I've seen those DeWalt Milwaukee videos. Don't turn out too good for the DeWalt most of the time.
You got it?
No. Hold on.
No, you got to use the 1/2 impact probably.
Well, it's just a little
What
short.
if we get another one and put, like I was 13, put over
Push them
here?
together.
Yeah.
Or at least go right here and here. You can put them together.
Let's
Let's break one of them.
If you got a 13 in your
Get the
box,
big
you
1/2 inch.
Big boy on it.
Maybe I can. See if you got a 13 there.
I'll do something.
Oh Lord.
That goes to 10. We got 10 minutes.
You always think you're prepared for these situations, and you get into them, and you're like,
I've had everything laid out here that I needed, and I had it 10 seconds ago in my hand. I don't know where it went.
Listen, the 10mm is
Oh,
the
just in
most
general.
elusive nut and socket and whatever that you will ever have.
Here's the third thing.
Oh God, you still got yours. Never been taken out of there. Still, you got a lock on that thing in there?
He said there's no way that the wall's going to do it.
Well, not with that big.
Take the
Take the extension off. Give it a chance at least.
I got the big battery.
I don't-
on it, mine.
I don't think.
Can-Am versus Polaris here. Let's see what happens.
I don't know. There's some clear winners there. I think Milwaukee
No.
Can-Am's got it.
Okay.
All right.
Batteries almost dead.
Pull out the happy. Yeah.
Ta-da!
I would say Milwaukee for the win, but I would
That's
say
probably not
Milwaukee.
even.
Apples to oranges.
That's 1,400 pounds of torque versus 400.
150.
Boys, I tell you what, Milwaukee 1/2 impact drive, it's an expensive investment, but it's one worth
Very
having.
well.
It makes those big jobs easy.
Yeah.
The hard ones.
Oh, look at that.
I thought you had to take these out.
No, that's to get the
Oh,
the
yeah.
Visco Lok apart.
Yep.
Watch that.
Let's take a look inside that box there.
The very important thing with this one is do not strip these.
Oh, yeah, God.
They emphasize that in every video, and I don't want to find out why. So
I mean, you can always drill it and get it easy out, but man, you be a monster.
I'd say those are pretty hard to bolt too. So.
Yeah.
So here's the locker. This is
What size they were?
what you get in the
no one
box.
ever says.
You ordered this off Can-Am's website, the Everything
no,
Can-Am?
No, actually, I went to their website.
Torque locker, okay.
Torque locker. Yep. Yep. You get this, a box of instructions and a few little stickers. These are the, what would you call it, ratcheting gears, or this is kind of like what actually ratchets.
Crazy paperwork here. I mean, this thing might as well not have its own zip code.
Yep.
I'm getting it all early now, but there's like,
Instructions, those are just another man's recommendations. Who follows those?
I thought this was toilet paper, 19 pages. I mean, come on. It can't be that complicated.
Well, just a little complicated.
Got a
They're
lot of
just-
pictures though, so I'll say that. That's pretty good. Most
Just
time they don't
another
give a
man's
picture.
recommendations, you know?
We get lost
They
and not
do.
refer back.
They do look pretty thorough, though.
Yeah, no, they're pretty. Holy shit. Look at the mark.
Do not strip that boat.
Ring gear.
Yep.
See what size it is?
He already got him out.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
He didn't strip them. Good job, Drew.
Nice work.
Okay, enough instructions.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Nobody wants that guy's recommendations.
Yeah.
Anything there, Major? Nope.
I don't see anything major.
A little screwdriver?
No, actually, yeah, it's a little. She's a little chewed up around the edges. You can tell by rubbing it, but
So that was probably the squealing I was hearing.
the grit on it.
Yeah, you can see a little bit.
Good thing is with this locker, all that comes out, so you don't have to worry about it. Can-Am's pride screaming.
Says the guy that done bought a whole new upgraded diff. I'm just saying, you know,
Pay to play.
spending $500, you know, taxes on everything, shipping costs, a lot cheaper than buying a $1,000 diff like you got to with the Razor.
It was like $407 with shipping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not.
For some reason, I was thinking it was $489.
No.
All right, so $407.
$3.99.
$399 plus shipping.
Oh man, that's a better deal than I thought. Got a little snap ring going on in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes those things can be
I'll
monsters.
close my eyes because I'm just gonna.
Oh.
No, I
It's
got
gonna
it.
end up in another zip
Hey,
code.
professional. YouTube certified mechanic. Here.
Listen, there ain't nothing better than YouTube certified mechanic, because then you figure out what really happens when you don't have all the right tools. You're trying to take it apart with whatever you got.
You gotta get that out.
Yeah, well, I was hoping it would.
Where's that little
Separate.
screwdriver?
I'm gonna need a smaller screwdriver.
You're going to end up throwing this part away, right? Anyway, so
Yeah. The only thing that we're gonna be using is that actual gear in there. That's the only thing that goes.
So I'm gonna
back.
pry against it.
Ooh.
just shoot a tight little fit down in there.
Yeah, that's gotta come.
What's the back side of it look like? Thing. Can't push it out that way.
That's what I was trying to see if it had even a little bit of play in it.
Alright. There's all kinds back there.
You know, this is one of those things on the YouTube video you watch getting ready for this, he goes and it comes out, but you know.
Oh yeah, I think the thing about a lot of the manufacturer videos is that they've already taken it apart and they just put it back together real quick. So whenever you actually go to take it apart and you've ridden, I don't know, 800 miles in the mud and rocks and grit and grut, you know, it's a different story, different ball game. Factory seal's never been broken on it before versus one that's been taken apart and rebuilt, taken apart and rebuilt.
I don't even see a good way to get into that. We might have to refer back to YouTube and reconvene on this.
All right, back to the time lapse.
No, it's clutch.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's fine. They're coming out.
That's why he's squealing.
All right, let's see the foul play there. We got that thing out of there. You had to pry from the inside up on the gear.
Pry the gear up instead of.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to pry that seal out of there, that plastic piece. Yeah, there's a few little chunks of metal in there.
Yeah, that was the.
Mostly clutch material. I mean, the goo is from the Visco crud anyway, but you know,
Yeah, that's the
There's-
clutches right here.
there's chunks.
All these little things in here are just like clutch plates pressed together pretty much. And you see that surface right there? Those surfaces get hot and then they don't make good contact. Or they'll melt together and then you'll get all the time squealing and locking up.
That's probably what's.
Yeah, they're a little gooey, but
They're supposed to be a little gooey though. I mean,
oh no, oh yeah, the Visco. That's viscosity, whatever crud, lubricant, gear stuff.
yeah.
So the instructions, this just pops right out now, right?
Yeah,
As-
well, should.
As per.
It showed like
As
popping
per that other guy's recommendations.
on the back. Yeah, that's what it showed. But that back one pops out that way.
Like this?
No, he take the screwdriver around the edge of it, not from the inside. Yeah.
There's nothing there. Full disclosure, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Hey, you live and learn on these things, you know.
I mean, there's only one way to figure it out.
Right there, it moves a little bit.
There you go.
Probably on
Just
that
keep
other side a little
working
bit.
around.
Yeah.
It should take a little pick, but
Oh shit! How about that?
he's like, I might have a pick.
Here I am fighting with a flat. By the time he gets back, I'm gonna have it out of here. But
Just make him get it anyways.
you got that pick yet?
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh man, what kind of grease is that?
It's visco viscous fluid.
It's pretty wild looking.
Ew.
He says, yeah.
It's definitely.
Good stuff.
It's like, looks like that good hair gel at Dapper Dan stuff.
I'm a Dapper Dan man, damn it. You want to do it?
No, I ain't doing that. It's too hot. That stuff been there for like hours and hours if I put it in there right now.
Okay.
Pretty close now.
Yeah, well, my stays.
Other still just popped out of front of the guy.
Popped
Talked about like you had it screwing, need a bigger screwdriver.
Using picks.
Let me jab myself in the hand real quick.
Make sure you press tons of force down towards your hand.
Yeah.
That way you can have a nice little rubber, tape.
Insert the Band-Aid.
Nice little electrical rubber Band-Aid. It looks like you got a little bit O-ring or something right there, don't you? Is that thing coming out too?
It's moving.
Yeah, just
It's just sticky.
Oh yeah, man.
Eeh.
That's the good stuff there.
I tell you what, boy, they got some kind of gunk in there. I mean,
You see all the pieces of stuff. It's not supposed to be
We
there.
just keep taking out more and more plates.
I mean, eventually they gotta stop, right?
that's pretty dirty too in there. You can see it on this side.
Oh man, not my sweet tea.
That dirt and stuff, that clutch material
Yeah.
is not supposed to be like that.
No, it should be shiny.
Hey, was this O-ring supposed to stay or go? Or
I don't know. It's probably
instrucciones time. I think we're down to the point of this is supposed to be locked up and cleaned out, and then put the gear back in it.
Hardee's, we need a sponsorship, please.
I don't think we
Sweet tea.
Listen, Side by Side Blog have been begging for
McDonald's.
McDonald's. We need Hardee's. Hardee's is where the real men go, I think, personally. You know, not saying anything bad about those boys. They're definitely legit, you know. But
Some Taco Bell wouldn't be bad either. Baja Blast.
could be a real crappy situation there. You eat too much of it though.
Hey, we'll just make sure we get Charmin Ultra or something.
I'm just saying, maybe Hardee's, I don't think goes second to none when it comes to breakfast time.
I'll give you A for effort. You made page 10 with no instructions.
I watched the video. Now, I watched it half asleep and maybe a little drunk, but I watched the video.
You want to clean a rag?
All right. Give us some details here, son.
Going back, they always recommend to go alignment marks, and we didn't mark it coming out. Kind of got in a hurry there, but also at the same time, a lot of these are factory marked. For example, right here, these are factory markings on it, alignment marks. And then there's a little white one here on this one.
That may be one, I don't know. That was questionable.
But it shows alignment marks, so if you can't find alignment marks, so you're just taking them apart, I'd put some on it. And then that way you can put it back. I guess it helps the balancing issues and stuff like that. But going back, it's also talking about some red Loctite. We got some here. He's putting on the little bolts there. Don't over torque these.
Do not strip those.
It don't give the torque specs of that in this packet. But
Just-
here in a minute, they talk
that's
about the
tight,
other
that's
bolts. Yeah.
And then give that one a.
Tight.
It's snug. It's got Loctite. It's not like it's going to be super tight. The other bolts, they're going to be going in these bolt holes. They're 27 foot-pounds, so I would recommend going 27 foot-pounds because technical is always better. When somebody says that, they've researched it. They spent a lot of time into figuring that thing out, so it's best, in my opinion, to go ahead and torque it back. So
Yeah, you follow torque spec ratings too, and you get yourself to where, you know, you're not going to break the bolt, and it's going to stay in there the way it's supposed to stay in there.
that's pretty much why it's designed. It's the maximum applied pressure before it's going to break, so that's what it's going to need to stay in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of torque ratings there.
Yeah.
I've got
So
another
those are a
snack
few
for you.
little things on. We just want to stop and tell you about that real quick. Going back into it. I'm fixing to try to put this locker in here in this second. So
Yeah.
I'll
Cross
come
pin
back
comes
with you.
out.
See how it goes.
You want to do it right now?
Cross
Just
pin
keep rolling.
out. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He's ready to go with it.
That's it. The gears come out.
Rotate it around. Spider gears all drop out. There should be a
Crush washer.
I'm glad you boys read the instructions.
well, actually, this experience come from doing that. That's a Dana 30 differential out of a Jeep Cherokee.
Red locker.
All right.
That's what it says for these bolts. Going with red.
So these are junk now, huh?
Oh God, I don't want to pull it back.
Ain't need them. Good paperweights.
I mean, they don't look like that bad in gears. I mean, they still look like pretty good.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
they're fine.
they're hardened.
Yeah.
They're tough.
Just
Oh,
the design.
Clean out
It's the design of it, though.
All this
I knew I
this
figured
mess
that.
here that we just took out, that's the problem with the Can-Am differential.
But it shows bolting off the
But
other.
let's fix that. You want to try it without the shims first, and then measure it.
When was this? Was it? What do the technicals say about that?
No, I ain't made that far yet. The next step it showed was putting this piece on. That's why I was talking about the alignment marks.
Oh,
Then
well.
we talked about putting it on.
Garrett, you want to talk about how this new set of gears works compared to like maybe the old ones?
Well, if it's anything like
I don't
the
think I can get that to actually ratchet.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Not by
If
hand.
it's anything like the ones we run in the Jeep, it basically it'll act as an open differential until you apply it gets torque applied to it, right, and then it'll
You want me to?
yeah. You're probably a little bit more better technical than I am.
Okay.
Some voodoo, you put your foot to the floor, some voodoo magic happens, and you go.
Hey, that's what I like to know. I love voodoo magic.
Okay.
And those little springs go.
So this right here is exactly how this sits in your. Well, not exactly because I got it
Slightly
got it
turned.
lined up. Right there. Okay. So that's how it sits in your differential, and then as you're driving along, say you get into it, both of these they have tension on them. There's a spring that keeps these pressed together. So as you're driving, if you get into it and it keeps it locked up, so you have positive traction. Well, when you're making a turn, say, and one tire rolls faster on the outside of the turn.
Yeah, that's
so
why
say you're making
That's why you have these.
say
Yeah,
you're making
yeah.
a left turn, and as you're driving, this outside wheel here is trying to turn faster. What it'll do is when the pressure is released from drive, it actually will ratchet forward like this, and sometimes you can hear it click like that in the differential, but it'll actually ratchet forward like this, and your torque that's been applied through through your ring gear will drive your inside tire, but it will allow one tire to go faster and do like that. So
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I mean,
When
maybe
torque-
that's a
when
decent
torque's
explanation.
applied, it locks it in. That's why
Hmm.
it's called torque locker. So when you throw that torque to it, it's going to lock it up. As you release all the torque,
It
for
opens
casual
back up.
driving, it'll spread back apart.
It applies the torque to whatever is the slowest spinning tire. Like I said, if you're making a turn and it actually releases tension off the outside tire, it'll let it ratchet. But when you're under power, it's at least applying that speed to the slowest tire. So
Fair.
if it
So you got a free tire spinning, it'll apply to the other side to make it spin.
yeah, I don't. It's
Under a
it's
torque
voodoo
load.
magic and
That's some trail neck, just jibber jabbers.
well, probably.
There are ideals of it. It works, hopefully.
I mean, and that is the exact same thing that's in here. It's just this is a little bit bigger version.
Big version.
So you guys have ran these on your Jeeps before,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Had
And
pretty
we-
good luck at them and stuff.
Yeah, beat them
I mean,
pretty hard.
the fact that one's even still together is
Yeah.
it's a testament to how tough they actually are. Because it's been beat.
Yeah, no, if you want to do any type of rock crawling or anything like that, you definitely need something like this, or just a full spool or a mini spool, or freaking weld the spider gears together or do something to get. I mean,
Well, that's some redneck botch jobs there. But I have heard a lot of the hardcore guys talk about doing the spool, which in my
Yeah.
mind, it doesn't make a lot of sense in my head. It seems like you'd have to have a stronger diff to run a spool because you know, one tire is going to want to turn faster than the other, so I'd imagine your diff would have to be substantially stronger to stay together in the long run.
Yeah. I mean, my Jeep that's getting built right now, it's getting the differentials rebuilt in it. That's what I'm going back with full spools, front and rear. So, but it's not a street Jeep. It's just
Strictly
it's meant to-
off-road, yeah. All right, boys, ready to go back to the time lapse? Anything else you want to talk about before we get in there?
I think it's it.
I don't know what I'm talking about, so it doesn't matter.
You gotta put these in and then mic it and see where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to take it back apart and it's shims.
Boring stuff.
All right, boys, we're going to talk us through how you check to make sure that your locker is actually working. So you'd have to start the machine up. Once you got the machine started up, put it in four-wheel drive. Garrett's going to do that for us here. All right, one person's going to put pressure to where it locks in over here on the left. The other person's going to rotate backwards.
Got pressure?
All right.
Allows it to ratchet.
Yeah. You can kind of hear it a little bit.
Yeah, you can hear a little ratcheting noise in there. I don't know if you can hear it over the exhaust, but you can see this side ratchets like it's supposed to. This is like a ratcheting locker. Now he's got this side with pressure on it. This side over here ratchets. So that's the way it's supposed to work. Now right now both of them are locked in.
Yeah.
So the ratcheting noise is normal in this case because it's a ratcheting locker, which is pretty cool. How much time do you guys think we dedicated to this thing today?
I mean, realistically, working, probably it's 2 o'clock now.
Probably 3 hours.
3 hours. That's
Yeah. Actually
working.
doing something and not.
A consistent work pattern is probably
You can
3
hear
hours.
Yeah. Now you can hear the ratchet.
Oh yeah.
They said it would flash to us. The lubrication got in there over time. They said we'll quiet down a little bit in the paperwork.
Here.
That's no longer four-wheel drive.
Call and engage for a second. But
Yeah.
now I'm just going to show that it rolled both front tires.
I mean, it's up to test in the trail and see how it does.
We'll go out
Yep.
here and do some 4-wheel drive launches and break it in real good.
The other guy's recommendation said something about not trying to run it in four-wheel drive on the pavement. You know, you do whatever you want, man. I'll video you. I'll help you take it back apart if it breaks, you know, whatever.
Should be a big difference. In the past videos, Trail 96, you've seen it right off the bat. You got this little offset, that one tire just automatically just start freewheeling. So that trail, the way it is off camber, it should really show the locker. So I'm pretty excited to see it myself. I mean, it should be a big upgrade for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 o'clock. I just gotta be back by 6:30. My trailer's in the backyard.
Stay tuned, guys. See how it pans out. See what we think about it. We'll let you guys know.
Let's see. You guys got anything else?
Thanks for watching. Do it for now.
Anyways, guys, I appreciate all of you guys for watching our videos. We just passed the 1,000 subscriber mark. That was a big mark, you know, in the YouTube world for us. So we appreciate your support, and we'll, you know, start showing little ads before the videos. Maybe we get a little bit of extra money here and there, maybe for little upgrades and stuff. So that's pretty exciting. Couldn't have done it without y'all. I appreciate you guys. Keep liking the videos. Appreciate you. Keep liking the videos. Keep subscribing, and keep commenting. You know, if you've used the same torque locker in your X3, you know, comment in the comment section. See, you know, tell us how it went for you, or if you're thinking about doing it, you know, throw some of your concerns out there. We might be able to answer them. We might not be able to answer them, but hopefully
We'll try.
Yeah, we'll try.
We like to hear the good and the bad too. So the locker, you didn't like it, tell us why. That way we know somebody else don't go down that same road.
Yeah. And also check out the links in the description. You know, we got the merch out nowadays. It's freaking sweet. And the Amazon links and stuff for the products that we like. You know, I put those links down there too, like different sets of tires and stuff like that. Put Amazon links in there for you guys. So click in there and buy them, and help support our channel. Appreciate you guys. And until next time, I'll see y'all on the trails.
We're looking all fresh and everything. guys. We got the torque locker in. We're just a bunch of trail riding rednecks. We couldn't stand not to go test this thing and see if there's a difference. So
The old ladies are gonna be pissed.
we're gonna be in the doghouse. But anyways,
Worth it. Hashtag worth it.
we gotta see if this locker is gonna work or if it's not. We gotta see. Dang.
Gnats.
So we're back. Trail 96.
Oh, I love this place.
So this should tell right off the bat whether that locker is coming in or not. So I was asking him how it felt in the steering wheel. I just rode in his machine and it felt
Everything's the same. I mean, I can't tell a difference. I think I heard it one time in the switchback,
barely
kind of.
ratchet.
Yeah, but that was it. That's
All right, that's good.
Nothing noticeable
Yeah.
so far. It seems pretty normal. We haven't locked it in, tried anything yet.
I don't know. It's
So
a little deeper. Someone's dug a hole here.
yeah. Some others said it looked quite a bit deeper, and Drew's already up there checking it out. So it still may not make up the ground clearance, but we'll be able to tell if that locker locks in or not.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's what
Definitely,
we really
both
care
wheels
about.
should spin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Immediately. Off the
immediately.
bat, no
Yeah.
loss of momentum.
all right,
That's the game plan, anyway.
All right, let's
get
hit
in
this thing.
position for this. Last time, like right here immediately, as soon as I got off timber.
They both spin?
Yeah.
They'll
One
be
more
locked
time.
in.
Do it one more time.
Back up just about a little bit, about half a foot.
Oh, that was an axle.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Sure was. That was a bad day, guys.
All right,
He
back.
called it earlier. He said, locker's probably gonna break an axle. And sure enough, it broke the axle.
Let's back off and see if we can pull it out.
We'll go on down and see if we can kind of wiggle it out.
That's how you don't want things to go, boys.
Put a locker in it, take care of one problem. We have created another
Just
problem.
finding the weaknesses, you know? Now you need a set of rhinos. Just to give you boys some idea, I mean, it is really hard to tell how big some of these ruts are, but
It's pretty deep.
yeah. Here. So I'm probably 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. 5'8" 3/4, that's what I'm going with. But yeah, that's waist high right there. I mean, all day long. The other tire's gonna be up there, that's deep. Pretty rough.